What you are about to witness in this video are the relics of a world that existed in California thousands of years before any of us was born. Some of these artifacts are traced to be centuries apart from our modern-day society, even up to a millennium. The state of California is known for several historical events and contributions since its Spanish colonization beginning in the late 18th century. Since the gold rush, California has attracted thousands of fortune seekers from around the world. A major place that can't be left out is the Getty Villa in Los Angeles, home to a remarkable collection of ancient artifacts, including sculptures, pottery, and frescoes, showcasing the rich history and artistic achievements of these ancient civilizations. There are several other ancient ruins that have been discovered in California, like the Methuselah Tree. Methuselah Tree. Although the name alludes to the biblical character of the oldest man to ever walk the face of the earth, this tree is a 4,800-year-old bristlecone pine, finding its roots in the White Mountains of eastern California and located in the heart of Inyo National Forest, called Forest of Ancients. A theory believes that the Methuselah tree had found roots before the Egyptians thought of building their pyramids, standing as one of the oldest known living organisms on Earth. In the mid-20th century, a young student named Edmund Schulman invested his efforts in studying the growth rings of trees and using them to decipher their age. Inspired by the potential of bristlecone pines in validating historical chronologies, Schulman embarked on an almost impossible quest to find the world's oldest living tree. With the help of Forest Service personnel, Schulman scoured the remote and rough slopes of the White Mountains in eastern California to explore these ancient trees. Having immeasurable historical records and knowledge about the preferred habitat of bristlecone pines, Schulman engaged in a painstaking search. After years of exploration, he stumbled upon the Methuselah tree in the Schulman Grove of the ancient bristlecone pine forest in 1957. Realizing he had discovered an exceptional specimen, Schulman carefully collected a small core sample from the tree to determine its age. Through detailed analysis of the rings, he estimated the tree to be around 4,800 years old at that time, making it the oldest known living individual at that date. However, despite this breathtaking discovery, the exact location of this unusual tree has been hidden from the public as a means of protecting its preservation. Blythe Intaglios. Another shocking discovery in California: ancient gigantic figures of a human, an animal, and a geometry sketch drawn on the surface of the earth. Intaglios, otherwise called anthropomorphic geoglyphs, are popular across New Caledonia and the southern part of America. Although one of the most outstanding intaglios is Nazca lines, found in Peru, the Blythe Intaglios, located in Blythe, California, is no less spectacular. The Blythe Intaglios are located in the low desert of California, about 15 miles north of Blythe near the Colorado River. The geoglyphs can be found in an area known as the Palo Verde Mesa, consisting of 3 main figures and several smaller geometric figures. The Blythe Intaglios are massive earthworks created by removing the reddish-brown surface stones of the desert, which exposes the soil underneath. A theory has it that this earthwork was created by the original habitats of the land, Mohave and Quechan Indians, and is dated to be between 450 and 2,000 years old. The large 167-foot-long human figure is claimed to represent Mastamho, the creator of life. The figures are so large that they can only be fully appreciated from a bird's view. However, there are a few accessible points where visitors can see them from the ground. One viewpoint is located at a hilltop visitor area accessible through a 9-mile dirt road off of US Route 95. This site provides good views of the images. However, Visitors who might want to catch a glimpse of this relic have been prohibited from walking on or near the figures to preserve their integrity. The three main intaglios depict figures, which are known as the human, the snake, and the intertwined serpents, or lizard. Although their significance to the original owners of the art lies unknown in the shadows, this intaglio is one we can always make reference to as a survivor of the ruins of the ancient world. The East Bay Mystery Walls. The East Bay Mystery Walls, otherwise called the Berkeley Mystery Walls, are a series of ancient stone walls located in the East Bay region of the San Francisco Bay Area, California. These stone walls stretch over a mile across the hills surrounding the Bay Area. The deep mystery surrounding the walls lies in their origin, purpose, and the people who constructed them. Despite the decades of research and theories conducted by contemporary archaeologists, there is still no crystal-clear answer as to who built these walls and why. They are made of stacked stones, approximately between 1 to 4 feet in height and about 3 feet wide. Several theories have been proposed regarding the purpose of the walls and who built them. Some speculate they served as defensive fortifications to protect ancient settlements, while others suggest they were ceremonial or highly spiritual structures. Another theory posits that the walls may have had an agricultural function by acting as terracing or animal enclosures. One of the most coherent theories was propounded in 1904 by Dr. John Fryer, professor of Oriental Languages at UC Berkeley, where he said the walls are certainly the work of Mongolians because the Chinese would naturally wall themselves in, as they do in all of their towns in China. The identity of the people who constructed the walls lives in our heads. Why? Various indigenous tribes inhabited the area, including the Olon and the Yokuts. However, some researchers believe that the walls may be associated with these early Native American groups or ancient voyagers. The East Bay Mystery Walls have faced several challenges in terms of preservation, particularly erosion and natural disturbances. However, efforts have been made to protect and document the remaining portions of these relics. Some segments of the walls can be accessed by hikers in the area. However, it is expected that these pieces of history are being respected by staying on designated paths and not damaging the walls. We might not have an original purpose for these stones, yet they serve as portals which we can feel ancient civilizations at our fingertips. Painted rock. Somewhere in San Luis Obispo County, California, lies one of the very few survivors of ancient civilizations, Painted Rock. It is a sandstone formation in the shape of a horseshoe, adorned with ancient Native American rock art in pictographs, known as petroglyphs. These petroglyphs were created by the Chumash, Salinan, and Yokuts tribes, who were regarded as indigenous to the region. The petroglyphs at Painted Rock depict various symbols, animals, and human figures. The meanings of these ancient designs are not fully understood yet, but they likely had cultural, religious, or ceremonial significance for these people. Due to the delicate nature of the pictographs and their significance as a cultural heritage site, visitors are only encouraged to admire the rock art while treading lightly and refraining from touching or damaging the carvings. Lava Beds National Monument. Of all the ancient ruins discovered so far, Lava Beds stands as one of the most spectacular because of the weight of history it bears. National Monument is situated in Siskiyou and Modoc counties in northeastern California, near the border of Oregon. It covers approximately 46,000 acres of volcanic landscapes, plus its volcanic features, which were formed by eruptions from the Medicine Lake volcano complex over the past 100,000 years. The lava flows from these eruptions created caves, lava tube formations, cinder cones, and unique geological formations. Lava Beds is home to more than 700 lava tube caves, created when the outer portion of lava flows cooled and solidified while the molten lava continued to flow through them, leaving behind hollow tubes. Visitors can explore many of these caves so long as they are aware of the myriad of bats that find refuge there. This piece of history is not without its significance. It was the site of the Modoc War, a conflict between the Modoc people and the U.S. Army in 1872 and 1873. Visitors can explore sites related to the war, such as Captain Jack's Stronghold, where the Modoc people made their last stand. Also, this monument is home to diverse flora and fauna outcrops. What do you think of this ancient heritage? I'm very curious. What will our descendants discover thousands of years after us? Subscribe to the channel, and if you're thirsty for more knowledge, just play the video we offer on the left of your screen.